on one street.
They ain't got to turn.
You don't got to turn.
Straight up.
Yo, you facts and facts, yo. There's a story that came out the last couple of days that's been sparking a little bit of a gender war.
Our favorite.
Oh, I thought we was gonna get through a pod without a gender war.
We don't gotta do a gender war. We could just talk about it.
Do we?
We're responsible people. We're mature.
Right. Let's go.
And we're thoughtful. Sha'Carri.
Oh.
Richardson.
We touched on it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we talked about it.
When she got arrested, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Now the video of her actually being arrested.
Is there any new information from that video?
Does it change how y'all see things?
Anything?
I mean, I was already like, I ain't with that put your hands on nobody shit. So she told them nothing happened. It was just verbal.
She told the police.
She told the police nothing happened. It's just verbal. You know, me and him. Blah blah blah.
They kept the files.
They said, she even told them, y'all can look at the tape. But they looked, they did what they did. What I don't like is, she said, why am I getting arrested and he's the man here?
That's crazy.
That's where my problem came, right there.
I stopped dating her.
I would never speak to her again, ever.
Because of that part?
Yes.
It was another thing too, because she was looking at him like, really Christian, really, like getting mad at him, and it's like, fam, you getting arrested based on you. I didn't do anything to you.
He tried everything.
He tried everything he could to not remotely get misconstrued any he didn't push back, he didn't nudge, he didn't do anything.
No. You don't think there's something a little I mean, let's just say there's nothing he could have done. Cops made up their mind, we arrested her, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You can just sit there and just say nothing while your girl getting arrested. At least no level of like, come on, like please, like nothing, like you just
no. But they showed parts where he was like, "Yo, dog, I'm not pressing charges. I'm not doing none of that." My thing is this: do we compound the problem by now allowing them to jump on him? Because they're not going to treat him like they treating her.
Yeah, did my girl just get done beating my ass? Because in that case, I might.
Yo. Lesbian Friday. Sit down for a little bit.
I feel like it's, when she spoke, it was already a volatile situation, and you say things when you're upset and the threat of being arrested and whatnot. Since then, she has apologized for everything. She's apologized for her behavior. She's
Are you talking about the video or the post?
Yeah, what you saying? What you saying in the heat of the moment matters, bro.
She did a video apology addressing everything, which she was kind of smirking in that. Takes the sincerity out for me. If you're sitting here apologizing and accepting accountability,
I'm shocked because
I don't want to see
loves this girl.
I call it like I see
Ice
it.
Loves this
y'all
girl.
know that. I call it like it is. And yes, y'all know I ride for her.
Yeah, you do.
But even in the apology, you smirking. Which now when you're doing that, the sincerity is like, no, fam. It was. If you watch it, you can see she's damn near smiling.
Gotcha.
That's not the time for that. You don't think that the smiling was due to, a sense of embarrassment and her not really knowing how to react to it, and it's just awkwardness?
Mel, if it was
I would accept that if it was
Mel is a rider, boy.
Mel, if it was
because guess what? If that shoe was on the other foot and he was sitting there smiling, you would not come in here and say, well, maybe he was a little embarrassed and he felt a little awkward with the camera. You would be like, she threw the boy into a pole. Like
if it were live, I'd say fine, she's smart. I mean, just make another video. Like if you look back at that and you see yourself smirking, make another video, right? Like where you don't where it doesn't look like you're smirking. I thought I had a little bit of a different take than y'all on this. You'll be shocked to know. I think I didn't think she should be arrested.
You don't think anybody should be arrested though?
No, but even in the fair, that's a fair point. But I'm saying even in the context of the current laws and rules,
you don't think she broke enough laws?
Did you see it?
I saw the description of it, and when you all reenacted it for me outside of the balcony.
You didn't see the actual video?
I read the news reports and I read the police report, and so I read all the things that she did. So
to you, that's not enough to be arrested.
But it's contextual because you got to see it.
I stand down. So if what I'm saying is nullified by what you saw in the video, then I'll concede because I didn't see the video. I only read the police report.
Okay, but the way you read it,
it sounded like some shit where if I were a police officer, I would be like, yo, y'all need to go your separate ways, go home. I just don't.
Okay, let me ask.
That's all I'm saying.
Had it been flipped, you think it's the same thing applies there? Police officer says, okay, it's enough here, wasn't enough to arrest nobody, y'all just go your ways and go home?
The short answer is yes. Absolutely.
Let's just do this. Let's offer you a view at this moment.
Sure.
It was one of them pushes. It was two of the pushes that were really hard. Like one of them, she threw him up against a pole, bro. One of the pushes, she kind of threw him up against a pole a little bit.
Full force, both arms.
Full force, and he hit the thing like on some. I thought he would have bounced back and bounced back.
She's strong though.
That was the one that I was like, okay, now she's overdoing it. Her nudging him with her shoulder and all that was something different. And my thing is this: if we're gonna go by fairness, if he would have threw her into that pole like that, everybody and their mother, everybody and their mother would say he should go to jail.
Wait, you see it now?
Okay, I've now seen it. Yeah, and yeah. No, I don't think anybody should go to jail for that.
Male include.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what I'm saying, and just take it or leave it.
I'm calling cat.
I mean, then there's no point having a discussion.
I'm listening.
It's an unfair question. If you say, well, if I say no, then you say, aha, you have a double standard. If I say yes, you say, I don't believe you. So I mean, I can't. But what I would say is, in general, I don't necessarily accept the premise that we have to always reverse things. Because I think size, strength, all those things matter. You know what I mean? Physicality. And that's not necessarily gendered, but it typically becomes gendered. In other words, if my girlfriend were 300 pounds and 6'4", you know what I mean? Then yeah, I think her push is different than my push.
Can I actually?
So for me, it's about the harm. It's about the harm that was caused. But in this case, I think what she did was bad. I think what she did was unacceptable. I think she should be held accountable for that. And if I were him, I wouldn't fuck with her anymore either. I think we have to say that nobody should put their hands on anybody. Correct. Gender. Regardless of gender, nobody should put their hands on anybody. All I'm saying is, as a police officer, if I saw that exchange, and I've done that on the street where I've broken up potential domestic violence instances. Nah, I mean, I wasn't gonna let some dude beat some girl ass in front of me.
There's two things in that.
I blame Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend too for putting up with this nonsense.
But hold on,
but just let me finish the thought. Okay. As a police officer, I didn't think that what I saw right there amounted to an assault. And so I would have sent them home. And if it was the other way around, I would have done the same thing.
Mark,
that's all I'm saying.
You think the airport plays a part in that?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, this ain't just on the street.
That's fair.
So in the airport, yeah, we're gonna treat this a certain way.
No, never mind that.
I still wouldn't, but I understand the difference.
The mindset of somebody that feels that comfortable to act like that in the airport. Imagine what you would do in private.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I can't police you based on what I didn't
I'm just
see.
saying, if you're thinking as an officer or anything, and you want to prevent something happening in the future, you have to sometimes think.
But that's not your job.
To prevent.
No, that's like me saying, well, I saw you stealing a candy bar, you probably rob a bank later, so I got, you know what I mean? Like,
so
I can't
if I see you physically assault someone, even to a minor degree, it's not my job to make sure that it doesn't proceed.
And
I would intervene, but I don't think I would arrest them for assault.
But we can't pick and choose when you doing your job is at your discretion then.
No, you absolutely can pick and choose.
Because now I got to follow the letter of the law. We have you on cameras in this big-ass airport, and you are assaulting somebody, so my job is to book them, Dano.
Yeah, but
or we can have discretion.
Right, and what I'm saying is discretion is picking and choosing. And people always say you can't pick and choose. I'm saying you absolutely have to pick and choose. We always have to use our judgment based on context. If I pull you, I'm sure as a young boy you got pulled over or stopped by the police and frisked. If you had a small joint in your pocket, they don't have to lock you up for possession. And police officers make those choices all the time. And that's all I'm saying. Technically, did she break the law? Yes, but I'm saying male or female, I would not have intervened at that moment and locked somebody up.
Mark, you know how many times things like that have happened where people use their discretion and say, you know what? Everybody calm down, go home, and then they get home and kill the lady. Some bullshit
It was just that documentary about the creator girl, the boyfriend.
Yes.
They pulled
the TikTok
in
Utah.
I was about to say that. And you know what? The police locking you up for those 5 minutes doesn't stop that shit from happening.
No, the police didn't lock them up, but the police sent them separate places, and then she ended up going to the hotel where the guy was at when she was told not to.
No, what I'm saying is, Imani is saying if the police, he's arguing locking them up as a way to stop a bad outcome.
Got it.
I'm saying 90% of the time when you lock people up for that shit, they go back to each other.
True.
Again, I'm not saying we shouldn't stop domestic violence. I'm just saying this particular case wouldn't be something that I would want to intervene the police in. And I would argue that 90% of dudes, 99% of dudes, if you were walking down the street and your girl did that shit to you, you would not want the police to come in and lock her up for that shit.
I wouldn't.
He didn't want to lock them. He didn't want.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know why I wouldn't sit here now and say ask for something different for her than I would want for myself.
And maybe that's the problem.
But if the police pulled over and saw it, they're gonna act.
But that's not fair though, because we also speak to the mindset of men just allowing certain things to take place. That's not normal. That's not normal.
No, it's not.
That women shouldn't feel that comfortable, especially in public, doing something like that to a man.
And that's why I would not fuck with her ever again.
Well, that's a great point.
Yeah. Again, I'm saying nobody should put their hands on anybody.
And if you don't feel, because once they put them cuffs on her,
Yeah.
It was a whole
She was a
different
little
tune.
different.
She was a canary at that point.
She was a little different.
She was way, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, hell yeah. That shit's scary.
all right, cool. So now this
So
is
now
your
keep
lesson
that in
that
your
you
mind.
learned. So the fact that you got arrested and you know that this is a possible
That shit learned me.
consequence,
You might calm down
you
a
need
little
that.
bit.
You might need that.
There's
bit of
another
act
piece of this
right.
before we close out on it, and that was y'all said that y'all didn't like the fact that she said, "Why you arrested me?" and he's the man.
in this situation.
Bro.
I heard that differently too.
Joe Budden reacted to Sha'Carri Richardson, and she's one of the most well-known figures in track and field, recently faced serious public backlash after an unfortunate incident at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport involving her boyfriend, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman. According to reports and airport surveillance, Richardson became visibly upset during a dispute and acted in a way that raised concern among bystanders and authorities. She was taken into custody briefly and charged with a low-level domestic matter, though Coleman chose not to pursue any legal action. While the situation didn't result in long-term legal consequences, the footage of the argument and Richardson's behavior quickly went viral and sparked widespread debate about conduct, accountability, and emotional control in public life. Richardson later issued a public apology, taking full responsibility and expressing remorse for how she handled the situation. She explained that she's been going through personal struggles and acknowledged that her actions didn't reflect the kind of person or role model she wants to be. Though her honesty and willingness to apologize are important, it's still concerning to see such behavior from someone who represents excellence, discipline, and resilience on the world stage. Athletes like Richardson are not only competing at the highest levels, they are also seen as public figures whose actions influence fans, especially young people who look up to them. It's disappointing when someone with such influence allows emotions to get the better of them in such a public and disruptive way. Everyone has personal battles, but part of being a professional, especially in the spotlight, is learning how to navigate difficult moments without causing harm or chaos. Hopefully, this incident serves as a turning point for Richardson to seek the support she needs and grow both as a person and an athlete. With the world watching, how she moves forward from here will matter just as much as how fast she runs.